Hi, my name is Izhar, and today I'm going to show you how to make a simple small app using Android Studio. The main purpose of this tutorial is to get your hands on the options, as you can see. So I'm going to start a new project with and as you can see, there are lots of templates over here, but I'm going to choose an empty one at the moment, and I'm going to call this project as Lights. And as you can see that the language I've selected is Java, and the Android 4.4 KitKat is selected because it will run approximately this percent of devices, so that's a good reason. You can see that we have got a new project over here, right? This is the main file where the main Java code is going to be put in, and this file, as you can see over here, is the one where we can choose how our app is going to be displayed on the Android phone, and we can actually design what we want to do. So I'm gonna go to the code view over here. Now these you can actually choose this, and code is actually the correct way. I know the options that you can see over here are so much. I feel overwhelmed, but the trick to getting the trick to mastering a software is to know your way around it. So let me show you something. We're gonna cut this out over here, and we're gonna change this to image view. Image view, you can see that over there, and over here I am going to write ID my image, right? Image view ID. We are also gonna add a button because my app that I will make will have a button. So I'm gonna wrap content over here, and it goes over here as well. Over here I am going to take this ID and write button. We're gonna be initializing this later on, right? And we are also going to choose what is going to be displayed on the button. So we are going to choose the text form, and let's say my button displays take a picture, or I could simply write picture, and I'm going to add in the closing bracket, closing tag over here. So now you'll be able to see that if we go to design tab, here is the button that I added, and it contains the text that I wrote. We are going to infer the constraints, as you know that there are certain coordinates. If I put it over here, or anywhere, that is gonna put in certain constraints. So I will infer that, and you can see over here. When I go back to the code, the constraints you can see over here have been automatically added. This is the design view. Now I'll go back to the main activity, and I am going to start writing the code. But first I need to initialize the button and the image. For that I will choose the private and image view and my image, then private button. Now you'll be able to see that the button widget and the image view have been imported from the activity main file over here. We're gonna minimize this, and now over here we're gonna start writing or initializing the image. So my image goes like this. Image view are the ones in the perimeter, and we're gonna use the find view by ID, and we know that the ID, I'm gonna set it to r.id dot my image. The same will go for button. let's include that over here. And yes, the button is over here, and I'll write in find view by ID r.id dot button. Okay, so we have added in these two over here, and we also have to add in another thing for the button, that when we click on it, dot set click on listener, and in this we are going to add in a new parameter, new view click on listener. So now we are overriding the public void on click view, and we are supposed to take initialize another thing, take picture. Okay, so we have got that over here. What we can do is create the method take picture on the main active file or on this one, so it's going to do that automatically for us over here in the private void take picture place. Okay, so in this one, intent I equals to new intent media store dot action image capture. So we've got that. I think we need to cancel this one. Okay, that's good to go. And we're also gonna add in an activity, start activity for result. So we're gonna see that if we have it over here, intent and the int request code. Okay, so we're gonna select this one, and over here we're gonna initialize I, and the request code will be 0 for the moment. Okay, so that's okay, so this is going on. Right now we are going to override. Okay, so we're gonna override the above, and we are gonna write protected void take let me see. Okay, yeah, take picture. Okay, sorry, that was not the correct one, but yes, so we're gonna override this, and as you can see that from the media store dot action image capture, we are going to put on activity result activity result activity result int request code, and then we're gonna write the result code, and then we are going to intent the data of this, as you can see over here, putting in the brackets. We are going to super dispatch super dot on activity result code, as well as result code and the result data, or you could simply just write data, and that's good to go. So right now I can choose to add in the if statement, and it will go like this: if result code, I'm gonna choose result code over here, equals to result and we're gonna choose result dot okay. Yeah, there it is. We're gonna choose that, and in this body we are going to write bitmap, the graphics which you can see, and we are going to call it B, so which equals to another bitmap that I'll use over here, and data dot get action. Let's see if we have get extras over here. See, these are all the built-in that you can choose from, and it's quite good, but if you know your way around, then it probably save lots of time for you. Dot get, and in here we're gonna write data. So my image dot set image to bitmap, and we're gonna go with B. So that's the code for now on.
Let's try to run. See.
Let's debug. Okay, we're gonna make the project. We're gonna go to build, and okay, as far as this thing's being done, the build is finished, and it's 25 actionable tasks, and all of them have been executed. We are gonna see if we can debug the app as well. So over here we are debugging it, and our app has been created. Now let's wait for this to show up. Right, as you can see that our app have been made, and if I click on this picture, so it will open up this, and I'll choose got it, and it will take the picture. We're gonna save this, and over here we have our picture. So that's this is a small app, a small demonstration of how you can get your hands around easily in the Android Studio software. And the best way to master it is, of course, through navigating through all those options that we have over here. And you know, we wrote this in Java language, but you can also write it in Kotlin. Another thing that I want to talk about is you can choose the devices over here. So right now we are running this on the API 30, but we know that we have chosen earlier before we had chosen the API 19. You can even close this and choose another device, and you can run it on, right? And you can even get it on this one. So operation successful, and here it is, the app that we created, and here is the picture that it's going to take. That's been a successful app. Well, it's quite some feeling to know that the code you have written works. But anyways, this is the tutorial that I have been working on, and see you soon with another tutorial, and I hope you can get your hands around this software, as it's one of the best, and it's one of the basic softwares that you can use for building apps. So all the big things on the Play Store or the App Store that you can see right now starts from over here, and this is the software that you have to use. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed it.